Hey guys, quick announcement, I am becoming a movie reviewer. So I'm going to review a movie called Cats right now, and tell me what you think of the review in the comments, and if I should do more reviews in the future, okay? On December 19th, 2019, I saw The Rise of Skywalker, which was so bad that it not only ruins my favorite movie series for me, but I thought that it was the worst movie I had ever seen in theaters. By the way, I saw the Emoji Movie and Pixels in theaters also, so you know I hate it. Then I saw Cats 3 days later. I forgive The Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker is still garbage, mind you, but it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. I mean, at least it had a reason to exist. At least the special effects were great and didn't make me want to die. At least I can say something genuinely positive about it, however specific I have to get. But Cats, I can safely say that it is the worst movie made in the last decade. And it's definitely one of the bottom 10 worst movies ever made. So let's get into it, shall we? Guess whatever. The look. So first of all, I'm going to say that Cats looks worse than any other big budget movie ever made. If you watch interviews with the director, Tom Looper, he talks about how quote unquote revolutionary the CG is.
You're looking around at a vast set. I mean, we built all the props oversized, all the set. The only green screen environments were Trafalgar Square at the end and Piccadilly Circus, because they're just so vast. Even though there was digital technology used in the character creation, I wanted to shoot it as much as I could as a conventional movie. So we built everything for real.
But when I talk to anyone about this movie, they tell me that they only saw the trailer, and based on that, they didn't see it. And that is 100% understandable. It looks ungodly terrible. While the sets are kind of impressive, the cats look like they were animated in a day for $1 each. And then I look at the budget, and it's $100 million for this. It's not even the cats that are the worst part, though. In one scene, about 15 minutes in, these mice appear in the song, and they look even worse than Steppenwolf in Justice League.
You're all mine.
Just look at them. I don't even have to say anything. The plot. Cats is a movie that takes forever to end, but at the same time, you can't remember anything about it. I remember saying to my sister in the theater, sitting next to me, after those mice demon things appeared, "Is this real? Is this happening? How much longer is this going to go on?" I genuinely can't remember anything about the plot. I've heard that the musical doesn't have much of a plot, but it's supposed to be fun, and it distracts you with cute cat antics, so it doesn't matter. This thing that pretends to be a movie, however, tries to be emotional and serious, and it fails horribly. The songs are so forced in that it's confusing, and when they're not singing, the dialogue makes no sense either. Oh wait, that reminds me. The writing. Whoever wrote this movie is one of the least talented people to have written lines for a movie in the history of anything ever. It feels like the writer of My Immortal wrote this. The jokes, in particular, are extremely unfunny. I laughed 2 times throughout the entire movie, and one of them was when James Corden got horribly injured.
Just before noon's not a moment to say. Oh, God.
That wasn't because it was funny, though. It's just that I hate James Corden. As an actor, speaking of actors, the cast. The acting of this movie is so subpar that it's kind of amazing. You have Rebel Wilson and James Corden, who are only in the movie so that they can stir up publicity for the movie. They didn't do a really good job. Seriously, though, neither of them can sing, dance, or act at all. Well, I mean, at least in this movie. Rebel Wilson is just... I don't really know. I've never seen Pitch Perfect or any other movie with her in it. But I hate her based on this movie. And James Corden is the most annoying soul on the planet. He's bad in every animated movie he's ever been in. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Taylor Swift and Jason Derulo are both genuinely talented people, but they both have no reason to be in the movies, and their appearances are more like cameos. Like they just appear for 5 minutes and then never appear again. Idris Elba, Ian McKellen, and Judi Dench apparently just don't care about their careers anymore, and they all do horribly. The only two performances I liked were the tap dancer cat, who was only in it for like 5 minutes but was really talented, and Francesca Hayward, who was the main character. And she was picked for her talent and not to be a name that's on the poster. Let's be honest, the names of most of the cast were the reasons that they got hired. So that they could make money or something, I don't know. So yeah, Francesca Hayward, she sings her original song quite well. Speaking of which, the music. I can't really compliment this movie on its music because it's lifted from the musical. So I'll talk about the original song instead, which is Beautiful Ghosts by Francesca Hayward. Well, it's performed by Francesca Hayward. Taylor Swift wrote it, and she performed it in the trailer for some reason. I don't know why. A lot of people say that this was the best part of the movie, and I won't disagree with them. It's an original song that's genuinely sweet and pretty. But like I will say that it's probably the best original song made for a movie adaptation for a musical or an animated movie in years. Like, I mean, unlike most remakes, it's a very good original song. Like, the original songs in Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin are some of the worst songs I've ever heard in a movie before. So, I mean, it's not saying much, but I mean, I kind of liked it. Conclusion. This movie was not made for anyone. The audiences for these musical movies with animals in them can be divided into 3 demographics. Those who have seen the musical, those who haven't, and people who have pets that are like the animals. But people who have seen the musical would be disgusted by the greed and corporate nature of this movie. People who haven't seen it would be terrified of the Cats musical and would never want to see it. And it's not for people who like cats, because I haven't looked at my cat the same way since I saw the movie. So it was a movie for no one. So I'd give The Look a 1 out of 10. The cats look awful, but I mean the sets are kind of okay, so that keeps it from being a 0. The plot and writing is a 0 out of 10. Like, when I'm 5 minutes in and it feels like 5 hours have happened, then you know that you have utterly failed in writing. The acting is a 2 out of 10 because of Francesca Hayward and the tap dancer guy. And the music is a 3 out of 10 because I kind of liked Beautiful Ghosts. But this movie, I wouldn't rate it that high because most of the music is just stolen from the musical. That averages for a 1.2 out of 10, which seems too high, but whatever. If you like this movie, I mean, okay, that's fine, but I hate it. It's the worst movie I've ever seen. How can someone like this? There's no excuse for this disgusting, creepy, sad excuse for a movie which was made for no reason, no excuse at all. I feel like I deserve to be compensated for watching it, and I am so happy that Universal lost $100 million on it. A complete critical and financial failure, and it deserved it. So, tell me what you thought of the review. Tell your friends, tell someone, tell anyone, tell everyone. Okay, bye.